welcome to the episode of Isaiah's Newsstand. It's your host, Isaiah Edwards. The date is October the 12th, 2025. Hopefully this episode finds you well, in good spirits and high hopes. As for me, I'm doing pretty good. Hopefully you had a good Sunday. Hopefully it was a fun day. My day was pretty busy, pretty stacked, but we will start actually wind the clock back to yesterday, Saturday. Post podcast, we got ourselves together and we went out to Northside. It was nice. It was cool. I will say the only detriment was I couldn't stay out all night like I liked because I had work in the morning. So we went out to a couple of spots instead of the hat trick, instead of the three. We went to Chameleon, and that's where I had a order of Cajun fries and a pepperoni pizza, sliced pepperoni pizza. I will say I peeped the two other slices. The vegetable one looked good. It was like mushroom and leeks. And then the other one was yet again the Bianca with like the tomato polenta gremolata thing. I just didn't trust it, so I didn't order either of those two. But I did see the veggie, and it did look really good because my friends ordered that one. But yeah, my order was fine. It was nice and light. Really just had like one or two beers, kind of hung out, vibed, and then kind of walked to the last spot, and then I had to go home, which was really sad. It was really a bummer in its own way. I don't like any kind of changes, and I would prefer to just be out with the homies all night. You know what I mean? Doing hood rat shit with my friends. But, you know, duty calls, so I was able to get home, get some sleep. Then that leads us to Sunday, where, I got up, hung out for a little bit, went to work. Work was fine, not too busy, not too crazy. They weren't like, constantly checking up on me as much. So that was cool. Just a relaxed day. I got my 2 donuts, my cinnamon roll, and then the glazed bow tie. So that was good. And then I was just feeling greedy, and I got some M&Ms too. So that and the energy drink all went down very nicely. Post work, I switched up my itinerary. What I would have liked to have done was go straight to the gym after work. But if you remember my rant from last week, how I got shafted when I went to the Kroger after the gym, and they just didn't have any of my snacks that I wanted, and I was devastated. I said, no, we're not having that happen again if we can help it. So after work, I went to the Kroger right up the street, and I was able to find things that I was looking for. I was definitely on a very limited budget given the limited funds, or a limited list given the limited funds, I should say. It took me forever to find things. I hadn't been in this Kroger in over a year. And I'm just so used to my Kroger close to home. So I was like getting lost in the supermarket. Fucking hated it. Eventually found my nuts. And I was very happy because they had literally one thing of the coconut macaroon almonds. And I was like, let's fucking go. We did it, boys. They also had my sea salted caramelized cashews, which I didn't know was such a bougie ass fucking treat until I rung it up today. I saw... Y'all, don't judge me. I'm not an avocado toast millennial. I mean, maybe I am, but like, fuck, that's on capitalism. That's not on me. Don't come for me. These motherfucking cashews. I'm embarrassed to even say it. Were $10. They've been $10. Like, I don't know if it's been the whole time or not, but like $10. And yes, my dear listeners, did I buy it? Did I put them away? Yeah, I bought them. I fucking wanted them, and I got them. God damn it. I'm spending my last damn dollars on chocolate-covered fucking nuts. I hate it here. I fucking hate it here. I'm blaming this on Donald Trump. It's Trump's fault. It's not on me. That being said, I do think after this week, we're going to have to hit the drawing board. We're going to have to Audible, because I can't keep paying $10 for fucking chocolate covered cashews. That's insanity. But goddamn it, they are good. I fucking cracked them open after the gym today, and they hit. They hit still, even with the knowledge that they were $10. But yeah, I got all my groceries. That was cool. We did go home. We then went to the gym. I will say it was a bit of a struggle to get my ass back out there today. Today was one of the days where I really didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But we made it happen. We got our ass up. We went to the gym. I will say the nice thing about this whole weekend throughout was I've been able to watch Evo, which is like a fighting game tournament, like all kinds of fucking fighting games. And I mean, they have so many now. So it's nice to just like see more big tournaments throughout the year. So I pretty much got to watch a bunch of Tekken and Street Fighter this weekend. And then on top of that, there was like a Magic the Gathering tournament. I can't remember exactly where, but like it was just this big event that went through the whole weekend called Eternal Weekend. So that was cool to like watch that throughout the whole weekend. And then specifically while I was at the gym, because I just kind of felt lazy. I didn't want to like hype myself up. I'm not trying to fucking crank them out to fucking Julia Wolf and Sleep Token. Yeah, I know, I'm that guy. I'm trying to like just vibe. I'm trying to like watch people slang some spells and shit. So a bit of a relaxed vibe, but I'm still trying to lift heavy. A bit of a duality there, a little mix there. But we got through our workout. We got a good pump. We got a good sweat on the cardio. So we love that. It was a good workout session, which pretty much brings us back home. We made it, and now we're here, and we're ready to yap. So let's go ahead and do our startup, and let's get into it. Oh, man. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Let's hit the spot. All right, from Reuters. Dozens killed in Pakistan, Afghanistan clashes. Border closed. Excuse me. Dozens of fighters were killed in overnight border clashes between Pakistan and Afghanistan, both sides said on Sunday, in the most serious fighting between the neighbors since the Taliban came to power in Kabul. The Pakistan military said that 23 of its soldiers were killed in the clashes. The Taliban said 9 on its side were killed. Tensions have risen after Islamabad demanded the Taliban take action against militants who have stepped up attacks in Pakistan, saying they operate in havens in Afghanistan. The Taliban, which came to power in 2021, denies that Pakistani militants are present on its soil. So this kind of bounces off of the story that we talked about last week, in terms of there was like a big strike on it was a big strike in the area in Pakistan. That was a whole fucking kerfuffle. And, that seems to be now a bit of a tit for tat action, especially with Afghanistan saying, no, what you're saying is happening isn't happening, when they clearly know it is. And they've been having this issue for, I believe, months now. It's just kind of like that was the big one that kind of was making headlines. Each side said it inflicted far higher casualties on the other side without providing evidence. Pakistan said it had killed more than 200 Afghan Taliban and allied fighters, while Afghanistan said it had killed 58 Pakistani soldiers. Reuters was not able to independently verify the figures. On Thursday, Pakistan carried out airstrikes in Kabul and on a marketplace in eastern Afghanistan, according to Pakistani security officials and the Taliban, setting off retaliatory strikes by the Taliban. Pakistan has not officially acknowledged the airstrikes. Afghan troops opened fire on Pakistani border posts late on Saturday. Pakistan said that it had responded with gun and artillery fire. Both nations claimed to have destroyed border posts of the other side. Pakistani security officials shared video footage, which they said showed Afghan posts being hit. The exchanges were mostly over Sunday morning, Pakistani security officials said, But in Pakistan's Kuram area, intermittent gunfire continued, according to local officials and residents. Afghan's Ministry of Defense had previously said that their operation had finished at midnight local time. But yes, currently the borders are closed, I believe. Yes, Pakistani officials said on Sunday Pakistan had closed crossings along the 2,600 kilometer or 1,600 mile border with Afghanistan, a disputed colonial era frontier known as the Durand Line, drawn up by the British in 1983. The two main border crossings with Afghanistan at Torkham and Chaman, and at least three minor crossings at Karlachi, Angor Ada, and Gulam Khan were closed on Sunday, local officials said. So, I mean, we'll see about any more updates out of the region. It seems like things are definitely picking up, getting more kinetic, which is unfortunate. Obviously, condolences to, anyone and everyone who lost their life in this shit. I know people can villainize either side, I imagine, given a perspective or whatever. I know there's always more historical context that my ass needs to learn before I really start speaking on this shit. But, it's unfortunate to see any kind of conflict heat up like this because obviously, just innocent people are going to get caught up in the middle of it one way or another. But speaking of lives lost, unfortunately, we have another story that is going to involve that. From the Associated Press, shooting at packed South Carolina bar kills 4 and injures at least 20 others. A mass shooting early Sunday at a crowded bar on an idyllic island considered to be the largest Gullah community on the South Carolina coast, has left 4 people dead and at least 20 injured, officials said. A large crowd was at Willie's Bar and Grill on St. Helena Island when sheriff's deputies arrived and found many people with gunshot wounds. An estimated 5,000 or more Gullah people living on the island traced their ancestry back to enslaved West Africans who once worked rice plantations in the area before being freed by the Civil War. Bar owner Willie Terrell was inside the establishment, which was packed for a high school alumni event, when he heard shots going off and burst outside. He described the scene, screaming and panic and fear. The Beaumont County Sheriff's Office said in a statement on the social platform X that many people ran to nearby businesses seeking shelter from the gunfire. This is a tragic and difficult incident for everyone, the statement said. We ask for your patience as we continue to investigate this incident. Our thoughts are with all of the victims and their loved ones. Among the injured, 4 were in critical condition at hospitals Sunday afternoon. The victims' identities were not released. We also don't have any details about what caused this, who was involved. So, if I do hear any more, I definitely want to come back to the story. But obviously, just from that quote, condolences to everyone involved who's lost their lives, whose lives are going to be tragically, irreparably changed from, going out and trying to have a good time, in America. And it sucks to see when you have these situations where you have these cultural enclaves of people just once again just trying to live their lives like anybody and everybody, but the way of the gun is around any corner here. So you just kind of have to be prepared for that, sort of. How prepared can you be? I know people are like, well, you just got to be ready. You got one, then you don't have to worry. But yes, the fuck you do. I don't know, man. It's Sunday. I really don't want to fucking get into the whole rigmarole about that shit today and that discourse, but it's just unfortunate that this once again can happen any given fucking Sunday, any given day, and it doesn't matter where, doesn't matter when, shit can literally just fucking pop off, and we kind of just have to say that's life. I don't know, right? But let's move on to another tragic situation. We're chock full of them today. From ABC 8. Kind of a local shindig here. It looks like I see a WFAA little logo here. Anyway, 2 killed in plane crash reported north of Fort Worth, Tarrant County officials say. A twin-engine plane crashed Sunday afternoon north of Fort Worth, killing 2 people, Tarrant County officials said. The crash occurred Sunday afternoon in the 127,000 block. I'm sure I'm getting that number wrong. Sorry about that. of North Saginaw Boulevard, north of Fort Wayne, or north of Fort Worth, near Avondale, according to the Tarrant County Sheriff's Office. The crash prompted road closures in the area, and thick black smoke was seen coming from the site of the crash. A witness who works at a nearby cafe told WFAA they heard a loud boom, and moments later, a customer ran inside telling them to call 911. They all ran toward the scene and saw what appeared to be a plane that had crashed into several 18-wheeler style work trucks that were parked in a nearby lot. That's some fucking shit out of a Michael Bay movie. What the fuck? They were not able to get close to the fire because the flames were too intense, according to the Fort Worth Fire Department. 2 people were killed in the crash. Surveillance video from a nearby business showed the moments the plane crashed. They have that available. There's a graphic warning there, but if you want to check that out, that is available. As of 3:15 p.m., the witnesses told WFAA it looked like firefighters were able to stop the spread of the fire. A business in the area, Revive Wellness and Aesthetics, said in a social media post that it would close for the day due to the crash. Also, it's crazy just to see like the black like plumes of smoke. Like that's just so fucking intense. But I mean, you do the math. It's a whole ass fucking plane, and it collided with some 18-wheelers. So like, what the fuck? That's pretty intense. So yeah, I mean, there's not any extra information from this. If I do hear any more, y'all know I will be back on the beat. But our next story, man, it's a bummer. This is it's one of those dark world kind of stories. It's one of those like tales from the digital abyss type shit that I wanted to just talk about a little bit, give my 2 cents on, blah blah blah. But yeah, let's go ahead and do our last break, and then we got to get online, and it's gonna get weird. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. All right. All right, our last story comes from NBC News. AI homelessness. Ooh, let me run that back already. AI homeless man prank on social media prompts concern from local authorities. He's gray-haired, bearded, wearing no shoes, and standing at Ray Spencer's doorstep. Babe, the content creator wrote in a text to her husband, "Do you know this man? He says he knows you." Spencer's husband, who responded immediately with no, appeared to express shock when she sent more images of the man pictured inside their home, sitting on their couch and taking a nap on their bed. She said he FaceTimed her, shaking in fear. But the man wasn't real. Spencer, based in St. Augustine, Florida, had created the images using an artificial intelligence-based generator. She sent them to her husband and posted their exchange to TikTok as part of a viral trend that some online refer to as the AI homeless man prank. Over 5 million people have liked Spencer's video on TikTok, where the hashtag homeless man prank populated more than 1,200 videos, most of them related to the recent trend. Some have also used the hashtag homeless man to post their videos, all of which center on the idea of tricking people into believing that there is a stranger inside their home. Several people have also posted tutorials about how to make the images. The trend has also spread to other social media platforms, including Snapchat and Instagram. As the prank gains traction online, local authorities have started issuing warnings to participants who they say primarily are teens about the dangers of misusing AI to spread false information. Besides being in bad taste, there are many reasons why this prank is, to put it bluntly, stupid and potentially dangerous. Police officials in Salem, Massachusetts, wrote on their website this month. This prank just dehumanizes the homeless, causes the distressed recipient to panic, and waste police resources. Police officers who are called upon to respond do not know this is a prank and treat the call as an actual burglary in progress, thus creating a potentially dangerous situation. Now, I hate when I have to agree with a fucking pig here, but I do agree with the police. This is fucking stupid. This is so fucking dumb. And it's like, maybe this is me being a fucking millennial boomer and just being out of touch and out of step. Maybe it's me being a fucking fuddy-duddy who hates pranks and finds them always to be fucking stupid and useless and very dumb and potentially hurtful, harmful, and either a psychological level or just to the whole dynamic of a relationship, whatever. Just don't do the shit in my mind, right? I don't get what you gain out of doing a prank like this. And like, once again, on the other end, like, maybe you think like you see it when you're setting it all up and you're like, yeah, this doesn't look that real, or it looks real enough to maybe fool you, but you're not gonna like actually take it seriously, right? Like, because it's just so weird, it's just so quirky and funny and like ha 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 hee hee. But no, it's scary. It's weird that we live in a time where it's like, no, I want to try to like get that moment where my significant other or my good friend or whatever, this random person is going to feel fear or some feeling that's not real, and then I'm going to pull the rug out from under their eyes or from under their legs, whatever. It doesn't make sense to me. It never adds up. So then, not to mention too that you have the situation that's so scary where it's like, yeah, this person's in my home, yeah, and then it's like, oh my god, what do I do? How do I help? And it's like, oh, haha, hee hee, don't worry, that it's fake. Look, it's AI. And once again, I know there's plenty of people out there who keep thinking that they're the eagle-eyed, keen, pupiled motherfucker, and they can always spot the fakes. They can always spot the AI every time. Well, guess what, man? You're only going to get older, your eyes are only going to get worse, your brain's only going to get more rotted, and guess what? Believe it or not, this AI slop, this AI bullshit is only going to get better and better and better and better to trick you, to fool you, to deceive you. So, by all means, think you're slick, think you're good on it, but guess what? It's going to get you eventually on that, so you got to try to do the best you can to be aware. But also, to the people on the other side of the conversation, please just don't do this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I know that there's, like, they mentioned in the article, like, we as a society are trying to put the brakes on it with, like, the watermarks and the, ways so that you can, like, know a thing is fake. You know that this is a generated thing. But people go out of their way to, crop those things out of a photo or of a video. There are apps that don't subscribe to the same kind of safeguards. We've seen these safeguards fail. Even on the best things like a chat GPT, OpenAI situation. You know what I mean? Like, none of these motherfuckers are perfect. They are bound to break. They are bound to fuck up. And people are bound to get hurt from using them, especially when you use them in ways like this. So I know I'm already in my fucking riff rant here, but we'll get back to the article. Even overseas, some local officials have reported false home invasions tied to the trend. In the United Kingdom, Dorset police issued a warning after the force deployed resources when it received a call from an extremely concerned parent last week, only to learn it was a prank, according to the BBC. Angarda Siocana, I'm sure I'm fucking that up, but Ireland's National Police Department also wrote a message on its Facebook and X pages, sharing 2 recent images authorities received that were made using generative AI tools. The prank is the latest example of AI's ability to deceive people through fake imagery. They go through a little bit more here. I mean, it's just crazy what kind of videos that they can make just out of you just typing a fucking prompt. And once again, there are certain kind of safeguards on some of these apps that, are AI driven or whatever, but that doesn't mean that you can't get around them. It doesn't mean that you can't just go to another app that doesn't have said safeguards, that won't just do the thing that you want it to do. So, you can say that this is a light thing and it doesn't really matter. It's kind of a nothing burger. And I want to agree, but I mean, sadly, we're just always crashing into the next big fuck up, the next big death or whatever that's going to come, kind of directly, indirectly at the hands of fucking AI, man. It scares me. It upsets me. It worries me. I'm a concerned citizen when it comes to this shit. And look, y'all know at the end of the day, I'm not here to 100% boo, poo poo AI. I know that this shit is an inevitable thing. I know that they're digital tools and they're going to come and go and they're going to grow and they're going to evolve. I hope that AI gets better. I hope that we can do more with it actually. And it's not just slop. I know that there are things that we do use it, in, at least in minor ways, but there's just such a high rate of failure here, and I also have my other gripes with it, that like it seems like financially, I know America has like kind of gone all in on AI, and there's so many companies and nations and that are putting so much of their budget into this shit, and it's like, what if this shit goes bust like the goddamn internet did at one point? Everyone put all this money into it and they realized, well here's kind of the ceiling with it, and everyone went, oh. So, I don't know. We're kind of talking about other shit here. We're getting off of the fucking homelessman thing. But also it is weird to kind of go back to what the fucking coppers were fucking saying. Like, it's weird that you want to use the idea of homeless like that. And I know this whole time we've been using the word homeless. I try to be as politically correct as possible, but yeah, I know you maybe should use unhoused or whatever. I'm sorry, mea culpa. But this isn't the right move. This isn't funny. It's not cute. It's not slick. I don't fuck with this. I don't vibe with this at all. If you're over here sending your homies AI homeless man videos, get the fuck out of my DMs. Don't talk to me. Tomatoes for you. That's what I'm gonna send you back. Okay. I better not see any of my shit in my DMs unless you're saying, hey, this is like, hey, I'm seeing this. What the fuck, right? We're not kikiing over this. No, I have plenty of other fucked up things that I can laugh about. Not shit like this that makes me feel morally fucking queasy. This bothers me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know. I have a weird sense of sensibilities. Anyway, that's it though. That's all we have. We made it. Looks like we made it. That's all I have. It's Sunday, so I don't like to shill. You know where to find me. You know the ways. But yes, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for being a friend. And hopefully I see you soon for some more good news. I love ya. Bye-bye. Mwah.